Hey guys, who's in here? I gotta tell you, my internet's out for some reason. Don't know why. It just completely decided to go out right by the time it was time to go live. I've been in here beating the crap out of my. This thing's saying I got some internet. Hang on. Maybe just maybe, I might be able to go on my live. Let me see. If it did it, it just did it. I mean, I've been in here fighting with this and fighting with this. So you guys, let me see if it's working. Oh, how aggravating. I don't know. I don't think it's working, but see if YouTube will come up. If YouTube will come up, maybe. I think it might be lying to me. We don't have Wi-Fi service. I mean, we don't have internet service right now. So I'm on my 5G, and it's probably going to buffer and do everything it shouldn't do. But I'm trying, guys. I've been trying. I was in here. Joey had to come in here and tell me to quit beating the crap out of my computer stuff because I thought it was my computer. Who all's in here? I can't see you. If you're typing, I haven't seen anybody yet. I'm sorry sorry about, I didn't know the internet was going to decide to go out right about the time. It's been acting up, these solar flares or whatever. Hey, Scott. Sorry, guys. I'm just on my 5G on my internet service, on my phone. Don't know what happened. I was excited about tonight. Yeah, man, it's not. This is just because I'm on my phone's 5G. I'm not on my internet. I can't even watch TV. It doesn't even work on my TV. Maybe it'll come up while I'm in here, but it's totally out. My bill's paid, so I don't know. We've been getting a lot of solar flares, so it could possibly be that. What's up, Joseph? What's up? I was totally ready for tonight. I'm sitting here ready, got everything set up. Well, couldn't get the computer. I was blaming the computer. I was in here beating it up. And Joey came in here and said, man, you got to quit beating your equipment up. You ain't going to have anything. But I thought it was my computer. I was in here fighting with it. Y'all know how I am. These computers aggravate me now. They aggravate me. But I totally don't have service. Don't know. Guess I won't be able to watch TV tonight or nothing like that. I guess I have to watch it on the phone if I want to. I'm sorry for coming on so late, guys. It wasn't my fault. I mean, I guess I could blame myself for the internet going out if I didn't pay the bill. But you know what? When we got up this morning, it was off. And, of course, we have till the 21st to pay the bill. And it's the 18th, so we're like, maybe they cut it off early this month, So we went on and paid the bill, and I reset everything, and it came back up. And now it's done went out again, and I've reset it 5 times trying to get this going. So I'm sorry about tonight. Might not be able to do a very long one. Might not be able to do a very long one, but that's okay. That's okay. I am so proud of you guys. Yesterday, the outpouring in here was absolutely amazing. We We tried to get Amy's cab service got back going, guys, and we raised the money to do so, but it was too late for her to be able to turn it in, so we returned everybody's money, and we really appreciate that you guys did it. That was absolutely awesome. Uh, it really made her it made her feel good. It makes me feel good about the ministry because we have some strong people in this ministry. This ministry, and it's not about subscriptions. It's about quality ministry people, and that's what we have in here. God bless you guys. God bless you. I feel really off tonight because of I didn't even know if we'd be able to come on. You know what I mean? I couldn't even get my phone to work, and finally I got it to come up. If I start buffering, I can't help it. It's my phone. It's all about Jesus, not about us. Hi, Jay. Absolutely, Bill. There's nobody in here that doesn't already know that. We already know that. Bill. We don't drink milk in here. We don't drink milk in here. We're hardcore. We're hardcore. Yeah, I'm just not gonna have internet tonight. I don't know. Not gonna have internet. I wish I could get it off of somewhere else, but it's just not gonna work for me. But I'd love for it to. I'd love for it to, huh? Give me some internet going. I think I could come on the regular. If I could get it on the regular thing, at least I'd do about an hour. Do about it. Leah, sweetheart. Yeah, it's just one of those days when the devil's trying to stop us. But you know what? You know what? Here I am. Here I am. We're going to just be on here shortly. I'm just basically, all I can do tonight is fellowship because I had a plan. And if I can't do anything, if this is all I've got, you see what I'm saying, guys? I tried, It's just, I've got, it's through my electric company. It's called Pettigene, but it's fiber optics. So I don't know. I guess they got some type of an outage or something. If not, they're gonna have to come replace my equipment. And this would be the third time they've done so. They've had their equipment's went out 3 times for me. 3 times it's went out on me. So, but I just think it's got something to do with these solar flares, probably. I'm not upset, guys. I was just upset because I know I look forward to each night with you guys, and here it is. I'm getting started about the time where we usually just about close. I was been fighting since 6 o'clock to get on. I've gotten several phone calls, and I sent Amy and Lord Jesus Saves to tell you guys that I was trying to get on, and it just wasn't working out. But here we are. Here we are. Hey, I want to say yesterday that was, you guys amazed me. I'm still amazed. I'm still amazed of how well this ministry is going, and the powerful people we have here. Leah, thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your support. Mama Bear, Scott, and so many others. You guys all have some. You all add to this. Yeah, Amy was on Telegram a little bit. I'm still trying to learn how to use it. Amy called me just a second ago, and she said she was going to go in there and tell everybody that I was having internet issues. I'm still trying to see if maybe it'll come up. If it'll come up, I'll go onto the computer and we will at least try it. Everything's set up, all the videos, everything, and well, I can tell it's not gonna work. It's not acting right. It's not acting right. I even took the computer out there and blew it out with an air hose. that's how that's how mad I was getting at it. Say, Joe is coming again. Yeah, yeah. It's tell you what, it's hard for me to read this. Let me get my reading glasses. It's hard for me to read these those little phones since I'm used to looking at the computer now. But I would love for it to come up. I'd praise the Lord if it would. Hey, Miss Francis. Guys, look, I'm off my game because of the internet going out on me. I literally had to just go to 5G on my phone and use my phone data. But I'm glad you're here. And it looked like we had quite a group whenever it first opened up. But just know that hopefully tomorrow it'll be fixed, right? And we'll be back up and running. It's got something to do with them, not me. But it's been a heck of a day. You know, the days fly by so fast that I was trying to get into the Apocrypha today. I really wanted to get into that. And I had somebody say something yesterday that I didn't really appreciate, but they're welcome to their own opinion. But my favorite book in the Bible, and that's not in the Bible, my favorite book is the Book of Thomas. And somebody spoke up and said something about it, and I'd love for them to say it again if they're in here. I'm not going to say who it was, but let them come on with it. I have seen a few people having problems just like this and that. I don't know. They said that YouTube's been having problems all day. I don't know. But this is more than YouTube. Well, I kind of would like for them to step up and say it. But they said that that the Book of Thomas is a false book, and I'm the wrong person to say that to, because I can tell you, I'll debate the person that said so. Yeah, I know who said it, and I'm not going to say who said it because, I just want them to come out and say it to my face. If they're in here. If they're in here, I don't know if they are. But they're calling my favorite book a false book. Amy, beautiful family. We do have a beautiful family. I'm so looking at this computer hoping it comes up. Or not the computer, but the internet, so we can do this the right way. It's not that we didn't used to do it by the phone all the time, but I've gotten so used to doing it, by computer that it's hard for me to do it this way. I'm used to doing it this way on Saturday nights, but you know what? If I could just get it to go just a little bit, we'd have a jam session anyway. Hey, Rosalyn, Amy's a sweetheart. Leah, I tell you what, guys, yeah, you guys have really pulled through. This ministry it's not my ministry. It's not. It's you guys' ministry. I mean, I guess it's all of our ministry, but I'm just a face. You guys are the ministry. It wouldn't run without you guys. It wouldn't. I went as far as I could go with it. I was on my wits' end. Hey, Guitarster, my internet went down about the time it was time to come on. I walked out here. I was watching TV inside. We can't even watch TV. You're unemployed? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're unemployed. We'll pray for you, okay? Oh, what happened? Well, I get. Hey, God's kid! Girl, we've been missing you. Hey, I asked about you. I've been asking about you. Where you been? Where you been? I can't even play music because the computer won't come on. I mean, the computer won't. See if I can see if anything's coming up yet. No. Nothing showing, nothing showing. Don't know why. I can't even go inside and watch TV. I'm not even going to be able to watch TV after this is over. I figure we'll probably do about 30 minutes on here, but just because you guys, you understand, I'm just having a hard time tonight. Hopefully, if they don't get it fixed, I will be calling them tomorrow, because I'm going to tell them that this is how I work. And it's how Rachel works too. And without internet, we're really down. I mean, bad down. I've restarted. Hey, I've restarted everything. I've rebooted the router 2 or 3 times. Nothing comes up. Nothing comes up. I don't know what happened, but it's not the bill. We paid the bill. The reason why the book of Thomas is not in there is because somebody who is not us decided to say it wasn't worth putting in there. That's what it is. That's why it's not in there. In the old Bibles, it was in there. It's in the oldest Bible there is the Ethiopian one. It's in it. I have it. Thanks to Amy, I have it. But I already knew that. And the book of Thomas is all red letters. It's all Jesus's. Oh, well, it's all Jesus's words. It's all red letters. So anybody who wants to call it false, they may as well say Jesus is false. Might as well say Jesus' words are false. So they can, it's a group of, like we say, the people in charge that decided that this is all you get. They say 66 books is all you deserve and all you get. Now, everything in here is true and correct. Okay? But I'm here to tell you that everything in here is true and correct too. I promise you. But they only give you a certain amount. They say that, basically, they say it doesn't theme well with the Bible. There's things in it that they just, they say doesn't theme well with the Bible. Some of it, they say they don't know the author. I'm going to tell you, they don't know any of the authors. They don't. They can say Paul wrote it, but do they truly know that Paul wrote it? They don't know. They're just saying it. Do they truly know that Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible? No, they don't know that. They don't know it. But we believe that he did. It's the truth. And it's the same thing with the rest of it. They just said that you're not smart enough to understand these things. But guess what? They gave it to me, and we're gonna figure it out, guys. I wanted so bad today to have the time. Okay, so here's what my goal was. I want to watch the Sean Ryan show with Chris Bledsoe in it, because that was that prophecy I showed you guys, where he said that April of 2026 is what he was told by the way he was told. He's a very Christian man who was contacted by angels. That's just the way it was. And he had his own experience. And his experience isn't the same as mine, but it matches up. So I'm very interested. Aren't you guys? Aren't you guys? If your internet's working, now look, if you're sleepy and you're tired, don't go trying to watch Sean Ryan because it's going to put you to sleep. But it's only because they're light talkers. You know what I'm saying? They're not loud like I am. They're real soft spoken, Real soft-spoken guys. However, it is very interesting. So I would suggest that it's the last episode of Sean Ryan that he's done. So I suggest about 3 hours long, but it's this guy's whole experience, and he's had a lot of experiences just like I have, and I believe him. He gets choked up. He gets choked up. He gets emotional. You know, I believe it's hard not to believe an emotional person that gets. I don't know. Am I buffering, guys? I don't know because I'm on my phone my phone internet access, and I don't know how well it's doing. Okay, good. I like I say, I don't know what made the internet decide to go to. I was watching TV before I came out here, and now we can't even watch TV. So something happened. Something's trying to stop us tonight, and that's okay. Guess who I hate? Little Leaf. I really don't care who you hate. Be honest with you. Anything else? Leave Little Leaf on here because I'm ready for one of them. Oh, come on, Amy. Guitarster, let me beat him up a second. Let me beat him up a second. I don't care. I'm ready for a fight at this point. I'm mad about my internet. I'm ready. Let me punch him in the throat. Y'all know. We had such a beautiful night last night, and for it to go like this tonight has really upset me. You know, that was such a great outpouring. Amy, you know people love you, don't you? You know we love you. You know we do. We love our England lady. We do. But you know what? We love all of our members that way. Any one of you who, I know we're not sitting here saying that none of us are rich or can afford, but we can pull together and show our support and love for each one of you. And this ministry used to run on just a hair. It was just like I was just about to the point to where I wasn't going to be able to continue to do it on a daily basis like I was and spend as much time. And all of a sudden, the ministry took off. And it didn't take off because of me. It took off because of the ministry, because of Jesus, and because of the people a part of it. And now it exists because of you guys. That's pretty awesome. I think that is an awesome thing to be able to say. You guys, every one of you should be proud. Each one of us should be proud that that's the way it goes. And you know what? The love we have for Jesus and the people that come in here and say, it's all about Jesus, of course. There's no other way. And we're saved by grace, duh. Those are simple baby steps. And we eat meat in here. So if we don't repeat those things over and over, it's because every one of us in here already know this. We're not babies that's kindergarten Christianity. And we're college grade Christianity. Or whatever I'm just talking, but you know. I'll tell you who made me mad last night. Or I didn't even know they said it. Somebody told me they said it. Risen said that the book of Thomas is a false book. Well, Risen, come forward. Say it to my face. Tell me my favorite book is false. And I'll tell you your favorite book is false. What is your favorite book, Risen? So I can tell you it's false. Don't do that to me, okay? Don't do that to me. I'll show you. I can hold up the book of Thomas and it's all red letters. You can only hold me up little books that say a few little red letters here and there. There's not one word in the book of Thomas that isn't said by Jesus Christ. Thomas didn't write his own words. He only wrote down the words of Jesus Christ. Look me up. Look it up. Look it up. So you got to know what you're talking about. And you know what the answer was? Patty said, so why do you call it false? He said, oh, just discernment. Well, you don't have very much good discernment for that. And if you got a blue, you don't need to be blue in here. Because the people that are blue in here have very good discernment. You know what I'm saying? That's why they were picked. That's why Leah is blue. That is why Amy is blue. And there's others of you that could be blue. They're very, very well. I've just got to check you out, guys, and make sure that you can, he needs to watch the Ethiopian document. Yeah, he does. The Ethiopian Bible is older than our Bible. Some philosophers and guys said, well, it just doesn't theme well with the Bible, so they decided to take Jasher out. Enoch used to be in the Bible, this one. But it doesn't go well with the theme that they wanted to have. You know how everything talks about masters and servants and all of that? Well, it comes from a day when there was a lot of slaves, and it was easier to say, slaves, mind your masters. You know what I'm saying? It was coming from king days. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so this book right here has a lot of truth in it. And we're going to get down to the bottom of it. If I'd have known that we weren't going to have good internet tonight, I would have just said, well, skip tonight, and I'd be in this all night. You know, that's me. I'm ready. I feel like I need to get up at 3 a.m. just to get everything done, just to make it to the evening time lives. I'm serious. Time is flying, guys. What is going on? It's not just me that feels this way. Do you guys feel like there's not enough time in the day? When we get on the lives, and I'm on here 4 hours and it feels like an hour, I've never had anything to me that way. Nothing I've ever done. You know, I'm starting to wonder how do you guys feel at work? Does work drag? Like, does it still, like, if you're at work and you're in a work day and you're ready to go home, does it drag? Because used to 15 minutes, if I was waiting on the last 15 minutes, it seemed like it took all day. Hey, Donna! Sorry, my internet's not working tonight, so I'm on the 5G on the phone. I don't know. Can't get anything to work. But I tried. And I wonder if anybody else around here's internet's working. Hope it's not just mine. But yeah. Guys, Jesus is good. Jesus is good. You just don't. And tomorrow, I'll have a new chair, guys. I'll no longer be sitting in this school seat. Thanks to the good Lord Jesus and Scott, which is Guitarster. I'm going to go get a new chair to sit in. Hopefully the internet will be working good tomorrow. Y'all would laugh. Joey Moe came in here a few minutes ago and asked me to quit beating my equipment up. He could hear me outside. I thought it was my equipment. I was getting ready to throw the laptop again. You know, I thought it was something in here doing it. Went and reset the router about, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. And after that, I even took the computer outside and blew it out with an air hose. And that's, you're not even supposed to do that, but I did it anyway. I did it anyway. But, you know, oh yeah, Scott, listen, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you guys are absolute diamonds. Absolute diamonds. I see diamonds, pearls, rubies, every kind of gem there is when I see you guys. You know, when I get to heaven, or we get to the other side, when Jesus raptures us here soon, and I get there, you guys are my treasure. You understand that? You're the treasures. You're the rubies, the diamonds, the jewels. I don't take credit for you, just a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. You're the one you're the credit for you. I do. And you know what? Not just that, guys. Not just that, but you guys are. You're a part of this ministry. A lot of these people that we've gotten since throughout this, you guys ask Joey if his internet's working. You know, that's true. But he's down the road. I don't know if his is or not. I need to find out. If not, I'm calling them to come out tomorrow and replace it. They do it pretty quick, but you know, this will be their third time to change my modem out, router, whatever you call it. They'll do an update, and suddenly it won't work no more. You know, I don't know, but I'd like to be able to watch TV when I go inside at least, and it don't. That might not happen. But I like to have music and videos to show, you know, whatever. And I don't have that tonight. Yeah, well, you know what, guys? They kind of already give me a discount, believe it or not. But you know what? They should make it cheaper on the day it doesn't work, right? But they don't do that. They don't do that. One time I didn't have it for a whole week, and I still had to pay the same bill. That's crazy, isn't it? But that's the way it goes. But yes, you guys are the gems in heaven. When I look out, that'll be the you know, you guys are already there, and you're, you know, but when you got free of sin, freedom of sin, amen, praise Jesus, free. And actual freedom. That right there, I don't take credit for it. Jesus did it, but maybe he'll give me a little, you know how the military, they got them little badges for all the little things that they've accomplished. I hope mine's like this long, maybe. I'll take a little strip, but I hope it's like a big one, you know. You got all these accomplishments. You know, I don't know. It doesn't get you there. Grace gets you there, but you know, there are other books opened. But where's Risen at? I want Risen to come on and talk about the book of Thomas to me. Come on and say it to me, Risen. No, I'm not calling you out like that. I love you too, Risen. But please don't speak out of place. You know what I mean? Your discernment of, that's just your opinion. That's what your discernment is. And your opinion is like a lot of other opinions. Everybody has one. Alexander, what's up? How many people we got? It shows we got 14. I can actually see how many people are in here from the little deal up here. That's pretty cool. I just came on here because I'm just hanging out with you guys tonight. There's not we'll fellowship because my whole my whole setup didn't work out tonight. It's okay. It's okay. It will tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow I have to go to the doctor. I have to go to the doctor, and I got to go to Walmart. Or where would y'all say the best place to get a chair is? A good rolling chair. Hello, Roloni channel. Loney, or I don't know how to say it. I'll just call you channel. How you doing? Welcome in. Hopefully you're in here to, well, there's not a Best Buy near this place. Not a Best Buy near this place. I guess Walmart would be my best, lonely? All right, I'll just call you lonely. Sorry you're lonely. You can come in here and hang out with us. Join us. We'd be glad to have you. Sam's, well, in Heber, I'd have to drive way, like to maybe to Little Rock to go to those places. And I got to go to the doctor in Heber tomorrow, so I figured I would maybe try the Walmart. Walmart probably, or Amazon. I could go to Amazon, but then I don't get to test it out. You know what I mean? I'd like to sit in it and see how it feels, you know. But I am definitely getting a chair, getting rid of this school. I tell you what, I sit in this school chair for about 4 hours every night, 4 hours. Sat in it 11 hours the other day, but got out of it and could hardly walk after that. Yeah, you're right. That's what Scott said. He said, I can't see you sitting in that chair with your hips, so he made the way, so I'm going to go ahead and do what he told me to do. And any big chain office supply or Amazon, yeah, I just, Amazon, I got to wait. I don't know how many days, but, none of us like to wait. But if Walmart doesn't have a good chair, I don't know if there's an Office Depot. There might be. If Walmart doesn't have a good chair, I guess I will just go to Amazon and get it. Possibly. Yeah. You guys, I live in a really rural area. I have to drive way off to go to those places. And it's rare I do so because the truck takes so much gas. I can drive to town a couple times back and forth. No fur lined. No fur lined. That's right. Staples is a good place. Yeah, that is. Gaming chairs are better for comfort. True. I think I'll get online tonight and really take a look and see what I can come up with. Kern, what's up? Guys, I didn't mean to let you down and leave y'all in that live stream so long. It's still set up. I can't get in there even to delete it because I can't get on the internet. Best I can do is this 5G. Hey, Kern, I texted you yesterday, Jay. Okay, look, I will find it, Donna. I don't know that did you make sure you put Donna? Are you the one sending me all the beautiful pictures of, who's sending me the beautiful pictures of the sky? Guys, you guys see these beautiful pictures of the sky they're sending me. Make sure that if you text me, add your name with it so that I'm going to save each one of you in my phone. And I've got, here's what's crazy. Y'all know, let me think. Let me think of the name. Oh, I slipped my mind real quick. But I've been calling Zach. Well, Zach, Zach, were you in here? What did I tell you your name was earlier? I was calling you. I I've had his name in there as somebody else that comes in here all the time, and wrong. It was the wrong name under the wrong name. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit off tonight because I did say who I was, but it was around the time you said you were working outside. Okay, okay. I'll find it, Donna. I had set several videos up for us to watch and all that, and by the time I got out here, went inside, let Rachel fix my hair, brush my beard out, put on a shirt, come out here, the internet was completely gone. So, yeah, and I would love for it to come up while I'm out here so I could just go on and do the live the way I want to do it, but it's just, I get Wi-Fi, but there's no internet. No internet. Yeah, I need a secretary. Rachel won't help me out with it. She helps me out a little bit with it, but yeah, I do need somebody to help me go through all of my texts and stuff. Plus, today I planned on I wanted to watch that whole video with Chris Bledsoe in it, and it's 3 hours long. So I tried watching it last night, but it's kind of so slow paced that I was dozing, you know. So I said, okay, well, I'll get up and watch it tomorrow. So I tried all day today to watch it. Got up first thing this morning, internet off. Reset everything. Got her. Then I had to go to the pharmacy, and get a few things. Come back. Not enough time to watch it. At the same time, I need to try to learn this Telegram so that we can get on Telegram and do what I want to do with it. So I'm working. Trust me. And then, guys, I'm just days away. I don't know how long before my daughter is gonna. She's about to pop. So she went in today, and they told her she was dilated at 2 centimeters, and the baby's already dropped down into place. So I don't know what that. She said, my loving wife's insulin pump just alerted a fault, so I have to go fix it. You go fix that, Alexander. Your wife's more important than any of us. And you go in there and you go get her taken care of. We love you, bud, and we'll wait on you. Look, I've already been on here. This is sickening. How have I been on here 44 minutes? I've been on here 5 minutes. I'm telling you, there's something up with Tom. There's something up with Tom. Did you not all agree? Something going on with Tom. Hey, JD Skaggs. Listen, some of you new names, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe. We would love to have you be a part of us. We have a great time. Tell them, guys, don't we have a great time? Not tonight because my internet took a dump, but it's been going great for a long time. It just decided to tonight. I think it might have something to do. Y'all think it might be the solar flares? You think? Because we were supposed to we got a massive one today. So I think it possibly could have something to do with that. You know, maybe we're about to get raptured and the lights are about to go out. Internet and all. I'll take that too. I'll take that too. I don't call dates. However, I'd like to say I'd love it to be April 1st. I'd love for it to be April Fool's Day. Got a great feeling about it. Regardless. I can, but that's just the way I do. That's what I love to do. I love to call. I don't love. I don't call dates because everybody will start saying, "Oh, you said this date. You said this date." Well, I'm not going to do that. But all the signs are leading up to somewhere between Passover and Pentecost, and I believe it's closer to Passover. He'll be like Charles Dickens laughing out loud. Yeah, we'll do this by candlelight. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. We will do it by candlelight. What? Oh, in the dark like this. How about that? That's totally red, huh? Looks pretty cool, though. I think it looks cool. But, yeah. Yeah, only God knows when. You're right. We just can only speculate. That's all any of us can do. But I will say, and you know what? Bledsoe didn't say that. He didn't say rapture, and I haven't said rapture either. I just said I was told 10 years. What does that mean? I don't really know. What he talked about afterwards sounded a lot like rapture, when he told me it. But, you know, um, regardless, I'm ready for the rapture. I'm excited about it. I don't care whether you're excited about it or not. I am. But I know you are. I know you guys are. All you guys are. I can't even read from the Bible tonight. I wanted to read from the book of Thomas, to be honest with you. And if I could find this one, scripture, it was talking about the chosen. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. Now this is Jesus. Jesus said, I'll choose 1 out of 1,000 and 2 out of 10,000, and they'll stand as a single one. Just Jesus' words. That's what he says about the chosen. His disciples said, show us the place where you are, because we need to look for it. He said to them, anyone who has ears to hear should hear. Light exists within a person of light, and they light up the whole world. If they don't shine, there's darkness. Jesus said, love your brother as your own soul. Protect him like the pupil of your eye. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. These are words that you don't hear. You just got chills, and that's just a small little reading from Thomas. That. You guys were picked 1 from 1,000, 1 from 10,000. So look, you guys are the chosen. I know you're the chosen. You know what I mean? And there's so many good. When I get through reading this and going over it, I'm going to come at you guys with so much goodness. I haven't even, this is the first time I've really gotten to open it. We kind of read a little bit of Adam and Eve yesterday. Wow, guys. Wow. Wow. And Amy, you have the same book. And, I don't know if you made it to Adam and Eve yet, but wow. There's so much of the story. Look, it doesn't change the story. It just has so much more to it that it would make it so much more understandable. Like, why day and night were created. Because when they were cast out of the garden, they were in pitch black darkness. Pitch black. He could not even see Eve. And the animals of the darkness could see him, but they couldn't see anything. And so God made day and night for Adam and Eve, because they were in such fear that they fell to their faces like they were dead. They fell flat on the ground like they were dead. They fainted because of the darkness. That's not in our Bible. but it is in the Ethiopian Bible. And the story of Adam and Eve, let me tell you how many pages it is. That's what's mind blowing. Adam and Eve. You've got what, 2 chapters of it? Let's take a look. Let's see how many chapters it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to keep going with it. Wow, we're still going. Still going. You guys are not going to believe this. This is how they got us, guys. There are 79 chapters just in the first book of Adam and Eve. The second book of Adam and Eve, "51 chapters in the second book." How many books of Adam and Eve do we have in this one? Let me take a look. Let's see how much our the canon that they give us. Well, apparently we have 3 chapters of Adam and Eve, and then it starts talking about Cain and Abel. And, of course, Adam's talked about his bloodline, but that's where that story ends. It's very short, very short. There's so much more that you need to know about it. And guess what, guys? I've got it, so you're going to know about it. Right? Now, let me tell you this. The moral of the story of Adam and Eve. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm seeing some new names in here, guys, and I'm really glad to see it. I hope you guys stick around and subscribe and become a part of us. We'd love to have you. Tell them, guys, we would love to have them. We're a ministry here. We're not a channel. We're a ministry. We're not a cult. I'm not asking you to follow me. I'm telling you to follow Jesus, okay? Follow Jesus. But you can come here and enjoy it with us. And we call ourselves the Rapture Saints Assembly, or RSA, as for short. And guys, we have such a good time. We laugh in here. Some days we just come in here and fellowship. Actually, today's a lot of fellowship because, unfortunately, my internet took a dump tonight, shortly before the live, and either I've got to, maybe it'll come back on, or you know when it'll come back on? When I get off the live. I promise you, it'll come back on when I get on the live. Last time the computer started acting right was the moment I decided not to use it. But it really messes me up because everything that I do now from it, everything I do runs from it. I only use this for jam sessions. And I can't do a jam session if I can't play music off of the computer. So I'm limited. I'm very limited. But guys, there's so much more to know, and this offers us so much. I thank Amy so much for this. But you know what? I thank all of you guys. This was very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. But you guys think of it. Look, I've got people saying, Jay, you got to get a whiteboard. You got to get a whiteboard and eraser markers. You got to get this. You got to get that. And they provide the way for me to do it. I just go do what they tell me to do. So as soon as I get that together, I will go get a whiteboard, possibly tomorrow from Walmart, maybe when I go get a chair. So we can put a whiteboard up and I can write on it, and new little eraser thingy, whatever, you know. They want me to get a chair. They're tired of watching me hurt myself in this one. And they're not too impressed with my mic either. Mickey777 gave me a mic, but I got to get a cord for it. This one kind of acts up a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, you know the biggest thing I got to get, guys? A real set of headphones. I got to get the ones that go on here. These pop out of my ears nonstop while I'm, but, one day at a time, right? One step at a time, right? I'll work with what I have until, but God makes a way, and He will. He will. He always does. He always does. You know what, guys? Yesterday, that outpouring for Amy, that impressed me so much with you guys. I mean, I got on here and said something for like 5 minutes about it, and you guys completely took over and started. Next thing I know, it was boom, one after the other after the other. So much so that Amy was so, I think she was so teary-eyed and she just couldn't get back on, even talk about it last night. She finally got on the phone with me this morning and explained everything. But she was so like, y'all really showed her, look, she's in England and we're all spread out, but we even show our England sister. She's just as important to us as the next door neighbor over here. More important, She's a sweetheart, and we love her. You can order online, and then burning up your gas, not burning it. Yeah, I could, but then I don't get to test it. I don't get to test it. I don't know if I really need to test it or not. I don't know if a chair is a chair. Dalla needs a good soft one that kind of leans back a little bit and has wheels on it, has wheels on it. But I'm not very picky, but anything's better than a school chair, a little kid's school chair. But guys, look, in here, anybody that's new, we already know Jesus is King. He's the only way. We're saved by grace. We know all that milk stuff. We learned that in the first grade. We're in the 12th here. So we talk about meat things. We don't continue to do the repeat session. We agree with all of you that we just already know that. We tend to want to go delve deeper instead of, talking about the things that we learned in kindergarten. You know what I mean? We're not kindergartners in here. We are warriors of God, and we know that Jesus is the only way, the truth, the life, and no man shall enter except by Him. So, Jesus King, what's up, buddy? How was school today? Did you guys have internet at school? Because I keep testing to see if it'll come back up while I'm in here. So I'd love for it to come back up while I'm in here. If it would, I'd just go live and do at least an hour. At least another hour on here would be good, maybe. My router's not even showing up on here. Maybe that's something to do with it. My router's not even showing up. Oh, look, guys, we look. Uh, you definitely got our prayers. I say prayers every night, every day on here. We say a prayer before we get off. That silent prayer, we cover everything, don't we, guys? Don't we? And don't pray for yourself. Do not pray for yourself. You pray for the others. Let us pray for you. Let us pray for you. You pray for someone else. Amen. We don't say God already knows what you need. Let us pray for that. And you pray for what I need. You know what I mean? And it works out. It's been working out great. Your prayers have definitely blessed this ministry. And you guys are a part of the ministry. And I hope that all the prayers that are being said, you guys are seeing them on a daily basis. I hope you guys are seeing them on a daily basis come true. Guitarster and let's see, Zach. Is Zach on here? Is Zach on here? I know several of you waited on me for a very long period of time, and I appreciate that. I was trying, it just wasn't working out. Hey, I pray for your success, Leah. Leah, you're a part of my success. You're a part of it. You're a part of it. I just pray for our success that we wicked. This is the person on the other side of the hole in the stall of the truck stop. I don't like your name. You get out of here. I don't like it. Don't come back. Thank you. If you're gonna come in here with wicked or demon from hell or whatever, we know you're up to no good, right? We know that. Sorry, I don't want to be mean like that, but that's just the way it is. This thing, having friends, is new to me. Thinking, hey, we're not just friends. We're family. We're family here. I just soon. Hey, I'm not your normal. I'll turn a cheek, but I won't turn a cheek if I see him hit your cheek. You hear me? You don't have to worry about it. You take it across the cheek because I'm going to put it across their other cheek for them. Right? If you can take one across the cheek, they can take one across the cheek as well. Right? That's the way I look at it. So they best not come up in a crowd of us and mess with one of my Rapture Saints assemblies, because we don't take it around here. I wish I had friends like this in real life. This is real life. Jesus is King. This is real life, bud. And we're your real life friends. If you're talking about up close, well, we're working on you getting to be able to see us and us see you and talk. We're working on that right now. I'm trying to learn Amy set it up. Amy's the one that has made the way for us. All I got to do is figure it out. When I figure it out, it's on. But we are your real life friends, so don't talk like that. Those people out there, those aren't your friends. We are. We're your family. We're more than that. It's over the phone. Well, you know, I'm sorry. I mean, if it's enough for me, I prefer to have people over the phone, to be honest with you. How about you guys? How many of you want all of us at your house daily? I prefer to have it over the phone. I enjoy this relationship. But I do understand what you're saying. I do get it. I understand. But I'll be honest with you. If you can count your friends on one hand, you've got too many friends. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not lying to you. If you can count your friends on 5 fingers, you got too many friends. You'll learn real quick in life as soon as you get grown that, and all of us can tell you that. It's just wisdom. That everybody that you thinkers your friends coming out of high school and all that, they're not. They're not really your friends. It's the truth. Anybody else want to agree with that? Anybody else see that? Anybody else still friends with somebody from high school? You may know them, but, that's why I got rid of Facebook. I was like, I wasn't even friends with these people in school, and now I've got them on Facebook. You know what I mean? And they're called my friends. Some of them wasn't worthy to be anybody's friend. But you know what? Here's where I found my family. Look, I've got 6,000. I've got 3,000 something subscribers here on YouTube. They're not my family. There's about this much, about 40, I would say between 25 and 30 people on here at different times. About 15 to 17, maybe 25. That are my actual family. I can't call you friends because you're more than friends. I talk to you more than I do my parents, my kids. A lot of times more than my wife. Just, I mean, we're pretty close, guys. We're pretty close. I'm just kidding that about my wife, but you know what I'm saying. I have 3 friends from grade school. Well, you're a lucky guy. Not me. I don't have one friend from school. Not one. They all did themselves in, some kind of way over time. But I guess you're lucky, man. Like I said, you're lucky if you can count your friends on one hand, right? But in here, I've never felt closer to anybody than you guys. I haven't. I don't. I feel Amy's in England. That's like y'all are my sisters and brothers. Y'all are the ones I'm going to spend time with in heaven. Y'all are the ones I'm going to the wedding banquet with. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. I mean, it's. I know I tell you this a lot, but you guys know it's true. You guys know it's true. Look how fast we come to each other's rescue. Look how fast we come to each other's rescue. How would you feel if you saw somebody walk in here and punch me in the face? Think about it. Somebody walked in here and punched me in the face, and you saw it. I know what it would do to you. I know what it would do to you. Because I know what it would do to me if I saw it happen to you. I think I probably would flip all these tables over getting to them. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. I love my brothers and sisters. Well, I got to go. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay. It's okay. It's just my internet. It's just my internet. It wasn't me. It wasn't nothing wrong. Other than just some days it don't. Someday, very rarely, but sometimes it doesn't work right. I already know, guys. I know exactly how you'd feel. You'd hate it. You'd probably want to come to my rescue, right? Just like I would you. Just like I would you. But I don't like to see anybody get hurt. I don't watch UFC. I don't like that. I don't like to watch people get hurt. You know what I mean? I don't like. I'm just that type of person. Yeah, Jesus King, love you, brother. I know you got to go to school, and he's still in school, guys. So he's a little bit younger, and sometimes he has to go early. You know, we have to give him a break. Give him a break. Kelly. Let's see, where's Kelly at? I didn't see Kelly. Hey, Kelly, we got some new names. I'm happy to see some new names in here. I am. Guys, look, we've got some important things to tell you, okay? Now, if you'll subscribe and come back on another tomorrow night when my internet's working correctly, I got something to show you, something to tell you about, something different than you normally hear. A lot of people in here can tell you it's the truth. It's the truth. They'll tell you that there's something that you need to know that I don't keep it a secret. I'll tell you about it. Well, you know that. I would, but I'm not going to get beat up. I don't think Jesus necessarily meant, take beatings. He was talking about basically, if somebody comes in and says something really awful to you, just take it. What's it to you? You know what I mean? I think he was more or less talking about, he wasn't talking about just get beat down to the ground and don't defend yourself. Now, he didn't because he had something he had. Are you going to read from Thomas? Sure, I will. Sure, I will. Sure, I will. Who was it last night? You said Risen said it's what did it say? It was a false book. And what was Risen's reason for saying so? Discernment. Well, let me make sure Risen don't have no blue under his name so that we don't let him discern our people out of here, because I don't trust that kind of discernment. All right. Jesus said this about anxiety. He said, don't be anxious from morning to evening or from evening to morning about what you'll wear. His disciples said, when will you appear to us? When will we see you? Jesus said, when you strip naked without being ashamed and throw your clothes on the ground and stomp on them as little children would, then you'll see the Son of Man, the living one, and won't be afraid. You understand that these are our clothes? He's just telling you that. That's just another way. Look, don't take it wrong. What he's saying there is when you get your clothes back, that's when you'll see him. When did you get your clothes back? When you got free of sin. Death is an illusion. That means you got your clothes back. The whole Bible's about getting your clothes back. So that's his way of telling them, when you get your clothes back, that's when you'll see me. When did you guys get your clothes back? When you got free of sin. When is Jesus coming back? Soon. There's your answer in the book of Thomas right there. How close is it that Jesus is going to receive you unto himself? Right there. Let's read that again. His disciples said, when will you appear to us? Look, I'm reading it to you and then I'm interpreting it for you. When will you appear to us? When will we see you? Jesus said, when you strip naked without being ashamed and throw your clothes on the ground and stomp on them like little children. would then, let's see, throw them like wood and would like little children would. Then you'll see the Son of Man, the living one, and won't be afraid. He's telling you when you get your clothes back. That's what he's telling you. He's not telling you to strip off and throw it. What he's saying is, as when you're free of sin, your Son of Man's close. What have I been telling you guys? What have I been telling you guys? I almost want to get a highlighter and highlight that. You hear me? That's that right there out of the book of Thomas. That's Jesus' words. Jesus said, often you've wanted to hear this message that I'm telling you, but you don't have anyone else from whom to hear it. There will be days when you'll look for me, but you won't be able to find me. Jesus said to the Pharisees and to the scholars, have taken the keys of knowledge and hidden them. They haven't entered and haven't let others enter who wanted to. So be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Woo, 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 woo. Look, I'm going back to the verse that we read. I'm just like amazed at that verse. That tells us that he's coming soon. And I mean, look, I said, look, when does the Exodus start happening? The Exodus started happening September 23rd, 24th last year. I said, what did I notice? I noticed that people were getting free of sin. Not that rotating door. See, in that rotating door, you haven't got your clothes back. But when you got freed of sin, you got your clothes back. So he's saying, when you can be like little children and take your clothes off and stomp them on the ground, you're about to see the Son of Man. Woo! I got chills from head to toe. I got chills from head to toe on that one. I still can't get over that verse trying to read these others. Wow, wow, wow. And I just kind of like started reading in the middle, not from the beginning. I don't know what made me lead straight to that verse. I guess Jesus did. Because if you're free of sin, and you know others are getting freed of sin right now, they're getting that. I've been talking about this. What did you lose in the garden? These were just clothes. And when you got freed of sin, you got your clothes back. That's when you're going to see the Son of Man soon. The Son of God, oh man. Praise God, pray, oh man. That one verse, I opened this Apocrypha up, and it was worth this Apocrypha, that one verse. That one verse. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, guys. I keep going on about it. But how do you guys feel about it? How many of you just want to jump up and down when you heard it? I do. Let's see what else. There's one that I'd love to read you guys when I find it. But it says, he talks about split a piece of wood and there you'll find me. Or split a piece of wood, there I am. Look under a rock and you'll find me. I want to find that verse in here. Like I said, I haven't read this because I've been so busy throughout the day, and I was trying to finish that Chris Bledsoe. I encourage every one of you to go watch that. But make sure you drink you some coffee, and it's because they're real light talkers. The guy's real soft spoken, and so is Ryan. The Ryan whatever show. Can't even say it right now. Check this out. Remember I told you got to get free of sin before you die? Listen at this. This is in verse 59 of chapter, verse 59. This is what Jesus said. Look for the living one while you're still alive. If you die and then try to look for him, you won't be able to. Do you know what that's saying? That's saying get free of sin before you die, because after you die, you will not be able to. Everybody's saying, oh, someday they'll be raised in a non-sinner, incorruptible body. No, that's not true. That's not true. And see why this ain't in the Bible? Because they don't want you to know these things. Do you see that? I can tell you these things without sin in there tell you that. But it's in here. It's in here. Some of these words, does that resonate with you guys? Does that resonate with you? Do you see what I'm saying? Look for the living one while you're alive. Because after you die, you won't be able to find him. Wow. Wow. Let's see what this says. It says good and evil. Let's read what it says. Jesus said, grapes aren't harvested from thorns, nor are figs gathered from thistles, because they don't produce fruit. A person who is good brings good things out of their treasure, and a person who's evil brings evil things out of their evil treasure. They say evil things because their hearts are full of evil. You want me to say 87? Okay, let me go to 87. Jesus said, how miserable is the body that depends on a body? How miserable is the soul that depends on both? Wow. Look and you'll find. I didn't answer your questions before. Now I want to give you answers, but you aren't looking for them. You notice how all the time I say, ask me any question? Now I know it's easy when somebody says that. Their minds go blank because it's like, what? Like I do that. You can ask me about something and something I say all the time, and suddenly I forget a name. I'll be like, why can't I remember? I say this name all the time, and all of a sudden I can't remember the name. Well, I understand that, but what he's saying here is, he says, look, and you'll find. I didn't answer your questions before. Now I want to give you the answers. But you aren't looking for them. Don't give what's holy to the dogs, or else it might be thrown on the manure pile. Don't throw pearls to pigs, or else they might. That's what it says. Whoever looks will find, and whoever knocks, it will be opened for them. If you have money, don't lend it at interest. Instead, give someone from whom won't give it back. We've heard that one before. The Father's kingdom can be compared to a woman who took little yeast and had it in flour. She made it into a large loaves of bread. Anyone who has ears to hear should hear. The Father's kingdom can be compared to a woman carrying a jar of flour. While she was walking down along the road, the jar's handle broke and the flour spilled out behind her on the road. She didn't know it, and it didn't realize what the problem was until she got home, but put down the jar and found it was empty. Wow. Wow. Let's go back a little bit. Because I didn't start at the beginning of the book of Thomas. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna start reading. Wow, the parable of sowers in here as well. Jesus says, I've cast fire on the world, and look, I'm watching over it until it blazes. Jesus said, the heaven will disappear, and the one above it will disappear too. Those who are dead aren't alive, and those who are living won't die. In the days when you ate what was dead, you made it alive. When you're in the light, what will you do? On the day when you were one, you became divided. But when you became divided, what will you do? The disciples said to Jesus, we know you're going to leave us. Who will lead us then? Jesus said to them, wherever you are, you'll go to James, the just, for whom heaven and earth came into being. Jesus said to the disciples, if you were to compare me to someone, who would you say I'm like? Simon Peter said to him, You're like just an angel. Matthew said to him, you're like a wise philosopher. Thomas said to him, a teacher. I'm completely unable to say whom you're like. Jesus said, I'm not your teacher, because you've become intoxicated by the bubbling spring I measured out. He took him aside and told him three things. When Thomas returned to his companions, they asked, what did Jesus say to you? Thomas said to them, if I tell you one of the things he said to me, you'll pick up stones and cast them at me, and fire will come out of the stones and burn you up. Jesus said to them, if you fast, you'll bring guilt upon yourselves, and if you pray, you'll be condemned. And if you make donations, you'll harm your spirits. If they can't welcome you when you enter any land and go around in the countryside, heal those who are sick among them, and eat whatever they give you, because it's not what goes into your mouth that will defile you. What comes out of your mouth is what will defile you. Jesus said, when you see the one who wasn't born of a woman fall down on your face and worship that person, that's your father. Do you understand what he just said? Jesus was born of a woman. That's the Son. He says, when you see the one who was not born of a woman, bow down to him, because that's your father. See what 77 day, what is that? You want me to read 77? Jesus said, I am the light that's over all. I am the all. The all has come from me and unfolds towards me. Split a log and I am there. Lift a stone and you'll find me there. That's my favorite verse. I promise you guys, that is my favorite verse. Let me read it to you. I am the light that's over all. I am the all. The all has come from me and unfolds towards me. Split a log, I'm there. Lift a stone, and you'll find me there. He's telling you he's everywhere, guys. Everywhere. You cannot hide from him. You cannot hide from him. You split a piece of wood, and he's there. You lift a stone, he's there. Yeah. That's telling you he's everywhere. Amen. Amen. Write that down. Book of Thomas, verse 77. Thank you, Amy. Listen to this message. And look, guys, I'm just like randomly reading. I have not. I want to sit down and read this, and I'm going to pull verses from it, and we will read the whole thing together. But I'm going to give you guys chills from head to toe. I'm telling you, not just from this book, but this whole canon here is going to blow your minds. And I'm going to continuously blow your mind from here on out with this. Thanks to Amy from England. Thanks to Amy from England. It adds, look, we've been reading this thing for years, the Bible. Listen, what did we say? We said the old wine was good. Once again, we can use this verse. The old wine is good. It's very good, right? We love the old wine. But I hope you guys got that new wineskin, because you're about to get a lot of new wine. A lot of new wine. You got to have a new wineskin for that new wine. And really, it's not new. It's just new to you. It's because they took it out. Look, it's nothing. When it says, do not take or add from this book, I want to explain something to you guys. Where does it say it at? It says it in the last book of Revelation. You know what book it was talking about? Was it talking about this book? It was talking about the book of Revelation. Do not add to take away from the book of Revelation. How does your preacher present it to you? How does somebody along the way, these guys got together, they said, they don't need these books. Let's take these out of there. They got a little too much to them that they could learn from. We want to be able to control them, so we don't want them to have these books. Not anymore, guys. Not anymore. They got it into my hands, and we're going to learn from it. We're going to learn from it. He's omnipresent. 100%. He's always present. You know what that means? You know what that means? Right now, he's in the past, the present, and the future. He's always present. Always. In the future, he's present right now. What we call the future. Do you know that man's the only thing under time? You know how we got put under time? By sin. Before that, there was no time. Man started the clock. You realize that, right? Man started the clock. Before that, we were just going to live forever. There was no time. That's why God's always omnipresent. He's not under time like we are. We kind of put a time clock to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's 100% true. I mean, I read one verse and Patty got chills. One verse. Can you just imagine where we're about to go with this? Listen. So I have to learn this Telegram, but I think maybe I can do that from maybe a few videos and messing around with it. But I definitely will. I'm going to read probably the whole book of Thomas tomorrow before we get on, because I'm coming on spitting fire, guys. I'm ready to spit fire. I'm ready for a little excitement in this, and Lord Jesus saves. If He's listening, I'm sure He is. Is Mama Bear on here? Mama Bear. Who else? Who else is? What can I think of? I hope they are. I hope they are. He called me several times to tell me I was going to probably go on my phone because I couldn't get my computer to work right. Or it wasn't my computer, it's internet. But regardless, Cowgirl, yeah, Cowgirl. We got several that probably were waiting around and got tired of waiting. But hey, we got a few new names on here we're glad to have. And you know, like I said, I'm not going to be on here probably another 10 minutes, guys. I got on here way too late. I normally, listen, Thugger Knot, Jaden, and Skaggs. Listen, I'm normally on here from at least 6 to 9:30 or 10 every night, and sometimes I get on here and do all day thing. I plan on doing that. Not tomorrow because I'm going to be reading the Book of Thomas and probably a couple other books because I want to bring you guys something new to the table, exciting, and I want to give you them glory bumps. And I want to get the glory bumps myself. So I probably won't do an all day one tomorrow, but I will. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Thursday I've got to go to the doctor and go to town, and then I'll do tomorrow night's session, and then Friday I'll probably do another marathon, where we try to draw in a few new people. Looks like we got a couple new people tonight, which is very exciting. It does, you guys, you will enjoy this. Yeah, throw up them ones and show them that they will enjoy it. They will enjoy it. They will definitely get a lot out of it, and we have a great time in here. We laugh, we have a good time, and we love Jesus Christ. He's the only way, the truth, and life, and we would love to have you be a part of it, okay? Love to have you be a part of it. I'm sorry that I'm not going to be on here that long tonight. And really, just seeing a few new names makes me really want to be, but I can't, guys, I can't help that I had internet problems tonight. I pay for the best internet, and obviously something went wrong. Isn't fiber optics the best internet? In fiber, or is it satellite? I don't know which one's the best, but I think fiber optics is pretty good. It's supposed to be one of the best, and I usually have a pretty easy time on here. Something must be wrong, but I'm going to call and complain. How many chapters are in the Book of Thomas? 114 chapters. No, 100. Well, what you're calling chapters is it's 114 verses. Now, in a normal, like when it was these would be all red letters. all red letters. It might show something a disciple asked, but it would be all red letters. That's the only book that you can find like that, is the book of Thomas. So for me, it's how dare someone say that their discernment says it. That, well, they just discern themselves out of Jesus is the way I look at it. Jesus could be standing right in front of them and they'd say, my discernment tells them it's me. That's not Jesus. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about that one. Well, I am out in a rural area. I don't know if it looks like it's trying to give me some internet. I hope it does. It says connecting. No internet. It's trying to connect, but no internet. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess the internet's out for tonight. That means I don't get to watch TV. I have to watch TV on my phone. But maybe give me time to just read the book, read this book. That's what I'll do. This is how I read it. Y'all don't laugh at me. But this is how I read it right here. How about that, guys? Huh? I probably need it for this phone right here, you know. Help me out a little bit, but thank you. This came from Amy. Said she sent me a magnifying glass, and this is what I love about it, guys. The Ethiopian Bible has 88 books. This has the 88 books and some of the other missing one. It has the Dead Sea Scrolls in it, guys. The Dead Sea Scrolls and all that. I mean, it's got a lot to it. So we're gonna definitely have a blast with this. We're gonna have a blast with it. I've got a really good feeling. If we have long enough, you know, we're expecting Jesus any day. You know why we're expecting Jesus any day? Because when you can be like little children and take your clothes off and stomp them on the ground, then you can look for that. That means you got your clothes back. That's all he's saying. When did you get your clothes back? It was after September. It was between this September 23rd, 24th, when you learned about it. When you got free of sin, you got your clothes back. This just happened for a lot of y'all, right? We're looking for Jesus. We're looking for Jesus any day now. What verse was that? Amy, I done flipped off of it. Let's make sure we hang on to that verse. It's verse 37. Book of Thomas, verse 37. That's the one about Jesus coming. When will we see Jesus? That's verse 37. Verse 77 is my favorite verse. And that's always been, I've always said it to you guys, I've mentioned it, about split a piece of wood and you'll find me. Look under a rock, and there you'll find me. I don't say it correctly. Let's say it. I am the light that's all over all. I'm the light that's over all. I am the all. The all has come from me and unfolds towards me. That's a big statement. Split a log, I'm there. He's there. Lift a rock, and there you'll find him. He's telling you, I'm everywhere. Everything unfolds towards him. There's nothing that is not... Some statements in here that, like I say, that's why they don't put it in here. The Bible alone is confusing to people. You start putting statements like that in there and it just totally blows their mind, right? Totally blows their mind. I'm so excited about this book. Listen to this. Whoever has known the world has found a corpse. Whoever has found a corpse of them, the world isn't worthy. Think about it. My Father's kingdom can be compared to someone who has a seed, a good seed. The enemy came by night and sowed weeds among the good seed. The person didn't let anyone pull out the weeds, so that you don't pull out the wheat along with the weeds. They said to them, on the day of the harvest, the weeds will be obvious. Then they'll be pulled out and burned. They'll be obvious, guys. They'll be pulled out and burned. I think the biggest ones that we've gotten here is verse 37, verse 59, when he says, looking for the living one while you're still, look for the living one while you're still alive. If you die and then try looking for him, you won't be able to. Huh? They saw a Samaritan carrying a lamb to Judea. He said to the disciples, "What do you think he's going to do with that lamb?" They said to him, "He's going to kill him, eat it." He said to them, "While it's living, he won't eat it, but only after he kills it and it becomes a corpse." They said, "He can't do it any other way." He said to them, "You too look for the resting place so that you won't become a corpse and be eaten." It's like I say, there's a lot of things in here that I'm going to have to go over. I don't need to read a verse here and there. I want to read the whole thing and then come to you. Okay? You know I don't like to cherry pick verses. But the first one we cherry picked told us everything. We're looking for him. We're looking for Jesus, right? We know he's close. I told you one of the signs is that you guys are free, getting free of sin. We talked about this just no time ago. Guys, throw some hearts up there, something. You know we talked about it. Teacher, look up the book of Thomas, claimed to be written by a Gnostic sect, not Thomas. Same claim to be Dead Sea Scrolls. They claim all kinds of things, Miss Francis. Was you there when the book of Paul was wrote? When Paul wrote all them books in Corinthians, all that, were you there for that? Were you there when Job was wrote? Was Job written by Job? They don't know that. They could say that about any book of the Bible. They don't even know if John on Patmos is the same John that was the John the disciple. But I know it was. Okay? So I don't care what it says, that scholars, wise men long to know what you know. Guess who? Guess who decided that who wrote what and who did what? They don't know who wrote any of these either. They're just going to pick what they want to say. Oh, well, we'll just say that they don't know who wrote these. Prove it. Prove it. So I don't care what they say. I'm just being honest with you. Prove it. Tell me who wrote Tell me who wrote the book of Daniel. Did Daniel write it? Do you know that for sure? Who wrote Proverbs? Do you know? Who's the author of Proverbs? Who's the author of Psalms? Let's don't be so dull. You know what I mean? Who wrote it? You don't know? Go look it up. They're gonna have all kinds of things they say. Who wrote the book of Hosea? Did Hosea write it? That's what I'm getting at. Tell me who wrote Isaiah. Who wrote Kings? Who wrote Judges? They say that they say that Moses wrote the first 5 books. They just say that. They don't know that. They just say it. So those that just say that just decided that they just take out what they don't think they want you to know. So don't get so frozen up on it, because if you start looking into your own Bible, you're going to find out nobody knows who wrote that either. All you can say is you can tell that these guys were inspired by God. Now I can pretty much say that maybe Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they wrote. I can say that. Mark was a reporter. Luke was like a reporter himself. Neither one of those knew Jesus. They're not apostles. Did you know that? Did you know that Mark and Luke are not apostles? Matthew and John knew Jesus. So how do we know? You know what they did? They went back to that country and they took reports of different people said, and they wrote them down. They weren't actually there. Okay? So you've just got to trust that they were right. And we do trust it. We believe it. I found nothing in here to be wrong. Okay? This was set up by God over a period of time. What they did was they took out this part. But actually, it would be a lot bigger than this. There's a lot hidden from you, Miss Francis. There's a lot hidden from you guys. But it's up to you to seek things out. It's up to you to seek things out. But guess what? If you'll stick around, I'll help you seek some of them out myself. Thanks to Amy. Thanks to everybody. You know, why is it that the oldest Bible has 88 books and this one has 66? Tell me. You got an answer for that? Why is Enoch found more than any other book from all the countries and it's not in our Bible? I think because it reveals too much. They don't want you to know that much. It's up to anybody to be. Look, you can read it and discern for yourself what you hear. Okay? That's just the truth. But if you don't listen, I say be careful of what you don't listen to. Don't be careful of what you listen to. Be careful what you don't listen to. Because you know what? You're the one that can decide whether what you're hearing is from God or not. You're the one that can decide what, you know. But me saying, I'm not going to look because I don't, that's really just being, I would call, might as well be blind and deaf and dumb and can't hear and see. There's no reason to look. Educate yourself. It's up to you to educate yourself. It's up to you to seek out things of God. Do you really think? Do you really think that? Okay, most people say, "What? Well, don't you can't go off this Bible? Go by the old King James version." Okay, there's verses missing out of this one and not that one, and why is there 17 more verses that's in the King James that's not in this one? Well, you already decided that you want to go look at that one because that's 17 more verses. Other people will be like, I don't know about that. My discernment tells me those 17 missing verses aren't supposed to be there. Don't matter to me. Think. Think. Use that good thing that the Lord gave you. Everybody agree? Where are we at with this? Anybody disagree with that? Use that thing the Lord gave you. It is very, for me, you can go look up anything. You can go find people that say this whole thing right here is false. You want to go find that? There's people out there all the time. There's people that tell you the rapture teaching is completely false when we find it all the way through there. You going to listen to them? Make sense? Am I making sense to you yet? I got to plug my phone up. I'm not used to having to use it for this. But all I'm telling you is you can go find anybody who will tell you everything is false. Anybody will tell you everything is false. Some people say that Christianity altogether and Jesus Christ wasn't real. You going to believe them? Not me, not me. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care what they say about the book of Thomas. It's real. And just like Jesus is real, and just like this book right here is real, the book of Thomas is real, the book of Enoch is real, the book of Jasher is real. All these books are real as well. Just because they're not in here, it's up to you to seek it out because they took it from you. Now you're aware that it's around. You're aware of it. So it's upon you to say, well, I just choose not to look. Okay, don't look then. I too, as a follower of Jesus, an animal advocate, have very much sought out and researched and passed before retired from active advocacy what current Bibles have written about animal meat, sacrifices, etc. There you go. There you go. See, look, it's up to you to seek out the things of God. It is. I've read this enough. I could continue to read of it all the time. I go back to it for referencing. Okay? Found nothing in here that's wrong. I found nothing in the book of Thomas that's wrong either. The only thing I can say about book of Thomas versus any of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, even Revelation, is that every word that's in it is red lettered, meaning Jesus spoke it. And that's how it's taken. Look, how many people would have read the verse I read a second ago and said, what kind of crazy mess is this? Looking for Jesus. How will we know to look for Jesus when you can take your clothes off and stomp on them like little children? That don't make much sense to somebody who doesn't know how to understand. But I understood it the second I read it. See what I'm saying? But for others, Might be kind of confusing, right? Sounds like get naked, don't it? It's because they don't use this and understand see through. Jesus spoke in parables. He didn't get to the book of Thomas and stop speaking in parables. He's still speaking in parables in Thomas. Okay? And though they have eyes to see, they won't, and the ears, and they'll say, "Oh, it's false." Oh, that's not. Yeah, yeah. Of course, they. Let me tell you how many people say this is false. More people than say it's real. There's more people in this world that say this is false than people that say this is real. Do you say this is real? You believe every book that's in it? Do you? Talk to me, guys. Don't get quiet now. You got me fired up now. Oh, I'm probably not at the bottom. I love Jay. God bless. I hope you join us again. Yes, Jaden, please do so. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. I'm just making a point on here. You can go find people that agree with you or disagree with you on everything. Anybody disagree with that? The Jews will tell you that Jesus is in hell right now. That he was nobody. I don't agree with that. Do you? So, I'm just being honest. So, don't count everything out. Don't go read reviews on something and make your own opinion. Read it for yourself, and then you give a review. Guarantee you end up loving that book. The one difference is with Jesus, the grave is empty and the other graves are full. 100%. But that's not what they'll tell you. You know? Some people don't agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, no, I agree with it 1,000%. But if we're going off of, oh, well, so-and-so said the book of Thomas is not real. They don't know that. They don't know. You're going to tell me they know who the author of Job is, the oldest book in the Bible? Oh, yeah, they were there. Job stamped it and signed it. Come on. Come on. Let's just stop with that. Right? Okay. All right, sorry. I had to go on for a second. I had to have something to say. Everything I had to say tonight got kind of messed up by the internet. But all right, good. Glad I got that point across. I'll quit with it. Thanks for letting me know, Scott. I was waiting on anybody to say, yeah, I get it. It is. I mean, look, I found nothing in the Bible to be false. It's all true. I don't care who the author was, or if I couldn't even see the author. I've read it, found everything in there to be true. Okay? And found one false word in there. And thank God that this came along. I'm so happy to have it. Now, it does have some of the what they call it is a pseudo Apocrypha. The pseudo means false. So what it is they have some some in here that they just don't know who the authors are, so they call it pseudo. That means that they can't, they don't know the origins of it, where it came from. The Dead Sea Scrolls. I mean, they found the Dead Sea Scrolls in like the 40s. You know what I mean? In some jars, and you know. Do they know the authors of it? No, but they know that it was real scrolls written back then, and so they call some of it. I don't care what they call it. I'm going to read all of it. I love it. Notice the key word with their word, their Messiah. Notice the key word, their Messiah. You know what? You know who the Jews are waiting on? The pseudo Messiah. They're waiting on the pseudo Messiah. I saw the rabbi said their Messiah may come tomorrow on Thursday, the 19th. Makes me wonder what they may try to do. I don't know. I hear a lot of things. I'm expecting him anytime, that false one. But I'm expecting us to leave. All that Paul ever said was that he had to be revealed. It didn't say that he had to be revealed and then he'll exalt himself over everything that's called God. It says he has to be revealed. Then it goes on to say what he'll do after that. He will exalt himself over everything that's called God, so that he sets himself up in the temple proclaiming to be God, right? But it doesn't say that he has to do all those things. It just says that he has to be revealed. Well, if he comes tomorrow, like you're saying, then he would be revealed. The false one would be revealed, which would mean we're waiting on rapture, right? That means we're waiting on that shout with the voice from the Lord, the voice of an archangel. It sounds like the voice of an angel. And first the dead will rise, and then the living, and they'll be caught up together in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. So if that's true, and he is revealed tomorrow, then it's time to be called to the Lord to call us into the air. Are you? Well, with this hip of mine, I'm not going to jump. I'm just going to wait for the float. I'm going to wait for the float. Maybe give me some balloons, put helium in them or something. Hot air balloon, maybe. Maybe we should all get in a hot air balloon and try to meet him there. What do you think? We'll just go ahead and hang out in the clouds and wait on him. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just having fun. Just having fun with you. But yeah. I will be reading from it. Look, guys, I'm gonna say that prayer here in a second. I'm sorry that I'm cutting it short tonight. I didn't mean to. You know what happened. I'm not gonna repeat it, but I wasn't expecting it for sure. And I think, let me ask you guys something real quick before I do get off here. I'll be going to my daughter's having the baby here soon. Are y'all interested in me doing a live stream from the hospital when the baby's born? Or y'all want to be a part of that? Y'all want to see my new grandson, and we'll do a little live stream from there? And I think it'd be neat. What do you think? All right, well, that's what we'll plan on. I'll do a live stream, at least a short one from the hospital, and let y'all see the baby and the new grandbaby, and we'll just have a good old time. That's what we'll do. That's what I'll plan on, and I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun, and that remember it's part of that prophecy that I've been talking about. So we'll just witness it together. Yeah, that's what we'll do. This will do. So yeah, I don't know exactly what day it'll be. I'm hoping it'll hang on for at least another 12 days or so. I'd love for it to be exactly Passover. But, or may day before be fine too. But I think she actually like is set up if she doesn't, something doesn't happen before then, like 28th, 29th, something like that, which is day before Passover, a day or two before Passover. So I'm looking for it. Somebody told me one time either Jesus was the biggest fraud and liar in the world, or he's the Son of God and the Messiah. Good point. That's right. Look, guys, it's like I said, you can believe anything you want to hear, but there's somebody. I'll sit here and tell you it's not false. Another guy will tell you it's false. Who you gonna believe? It's up to you to discern. But I love you guys. Sorry for Scott Brady. Thanks for helping me come back to earth. I just always get mad when people start with that. Oh, that's false stuff. You know, it's like, you know, who told you that? You know, what was the guy's name that said that? You know, but you're right, Bill. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and say this prayer. I'm tired, guys, and I was quite aggravated with the internet, and I'm gonna go in here and not be able to watch any TV. But I guess it'll give me time to read this book, so that I can come at you with something great tomorrow, something new and great. Wouldn't y'all like to learn something new or something like hear it in a different twist, a different way? Well, I'm coming with it tomorrow. I'm going to come with something new. But I love you guys. Let's say that prayer that we always say. I don't know how many people we got in here at this moment. Not as many as usual because of the way things fell. But we do have some new names, and I'm glad you joined. Please, like I say, I'll be glad to see you guys subbed up. But our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, it will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, Father, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive others who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, Father, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen, guys. Amen. Look at you. Rosalind was reminding me of that Our Father. Amen. Like I say, guys, we're just a little off today. I'm not used to popping up here at almost 9 o'clock at night. But I've been trying since 6, so I will see you guys tomorrow, and pray that my internet's on and doing right tomorrow. If not, I'm gonna be calling and letting the electric company have it. I'm gonna be letting them have it. I love you guys so much. I do. You know I do. Thank you so much. That's right. I won't. Hopefully that'll happen before I have this surgery. Hopefully it'll happen before I have the surgery, but if not, I'll have the surgery and just wait, you know. I got the knee put in. The knee's been great. So, but yeah, I'm not just looking for that. I'm ready for some new teeth too. How about y'all? How many raise their hand want some new teeth? I want some new teeth. I'm tired of these old teeth, man. You know, I'm ready for some new teeth. And, I'm okay with white hair. I'd like to have full white hair. I'd like for this to be white and this to be solid white. You know, Daisy, uh, come and join us. Can you say my name before you go to surgery? I don't know. Is it a trick? Is it a trick? Let me read it first, Daisy. Yeah, I'll say your name before I go to surgery. People trick me before with names, and I say them out loud. And I'm saying something like, uh, something awful. They'll get me to say some kind of joke name or something like bend over or something, you know. So that's why I was looking at your name real good. There's been some belters. Amy, thank you so much for everything. It's 10:36. Yeah, it is 10:36. Uh, I know I got to go on and get off here tonight. Uh, I spent a lot of aggravation trying to get my computer working. It's not my computer, it's the internet. I keep saying my computer. You're an hour ahead of me? No? Oh, they are. Okay, so it's 9:36 where you're at. Hey, Trey the Chosen, what's up? Sorry, bud, my internet's not working tonight, so I'm gonna be cutting it. Well, this ain't really short. I normally get off before now, but I'm usually on way. Been on here for 4 hours by now, so uh, wasn't expecting. If I'd have known this, I'd not done one tonight and read a couple chapters out of here. But I will. I love you guys, and you guys have a good night. Okay. So, and Trey, I'm sorry I'm leaving as soon as you're coming in, but I'm like I say, my internet's not working. So, love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. You know I do. You know I do. You know I do. Love you, Miss Francis. Subscribers B29. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I love that. I'm always glad to have subscribers. Always glad to have subscribers. You said, UJ, see you tomorrow. Love you, Francis. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Pray my internet's working great. Back like it normally is anyway. Trust me, Joey had to come here and tell me to quit beating on my computer. I was about to take a hammer to it. I thought it was my computer, so. But good night, guys. I love you. Good night. Good night, everybody. Jesus loves you. He's the reason why we do it. Bye. And feel free to call me.